A man who believes will surely achieve. This quote has been repeated for generations, centuries, decades. But what does it truly mean? As time goes on, we hear our parents say different things. Like, don't let the cat catch your tongue. Different quotes that we don't really look into until one day you're speaking to somebody and you cannot get your words out. And then you realize, oh, that's what my parent meant by don't let the cat catch your tongue. You find yourself in predicaments saying these quotes. And you realize, previously, when I heard these quotes, I did not think as deeply about it as I am now. I did not see it as reality as I do now. So all I can think to myself is, if I could rewind, something so simple as that quote, if I put it in perspective in that moment, how different could my life be? Something so simple and small. A man who believes shall achieve. I believe that quote means the belief that you put into this world is the reality that you shall live daily. Now, we hear this often, but if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, another quote, you're waking up in a pessimistic point of view. You're waking up rather angry, irritated, frustrated. You're waking up spreading your negativity. And that's when somebody sees you in this negative frame of mind, and what do they say? Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Something so simple, condemned into a quote, and passed on for generations. Heard once, but not put into perspective. Lived twice, and then realized. You are the equation. You create the product of life. A man who believes achieves. If I believe that I want to be more confident in my speech, and I wake up every morning with a persistence to be better than I was yesterday, where will that lead me? Into a belief, into a reality of better speech. Now let's flip it to a rather pessimistic point of view. If I were to believe that my stutter would get worse every single day, where would that lead me? Simply speaking, I would be stuttering, wouldn't I? I would be a stutterer. So all I have is to ask you, who taught you that the future was bad? Now you can sit here and you can defend yourself. Oh, I don't think horribly. I'm not negative. I don't believe that things won't work out for me. I don't hold downward thinking towards my future. Let me reshape the question then. Why don't you think you will be a millionaire tomorrow? Okay. Because that's impossible. I don't know. I just. Now we don't know. You do not have to be the most negative. You do not have to be the most pessimistic. You do not have to be the most condemning person of their future to think rather downward of their future. Let's go back to our question. Who taught you that tomorrow would be bad? Who taught you that you could not win tomorrow? A mother and a father, in the most beautiful but rather sick way, promote the mindset of their child. Regardless if you're in contact with your father or your mother. That is the law of the universe, of the world. Our mother and our father create us. In adolescence, we go out into the world at that age. That is when different people, things, products start to shape our mind, influence us in different ways than our mother and our father. Before that, regardless if our father was in our life or our mother was in our life, that was them. The lack of a parent also influenced your character. Because they lacked, you lack. Because they were there, a part of you is there. Now, most people do not know what they lack because they have never had it. That you cannot lose something you've never had. But you cannot see something that you've never had either. Meaning, different things like you trying to express yourself and your parents, your mother or your father, tell you to shut it. Shut your mouth. Now, how do you feel on the inside? You feel rather small, not good enough. And these things don't just sit in one place. They don't just stay in one side of your mind. It spreads into different areas. It spreads into tomorrow. Regardless if you like it or not. This is why generational curses travel from one generation to another so easily. This is why generational curse breakers are so strong and have to be so mighty as they are. They have to build a wall against these flows. It takes a strong person to stop for 1 second and understand what happened beforehand so they can put up the wall so that flow of negativity, regardless if you see it or not, hits that wall and doesn't go into tomorrow. Because you know what happens when it goes into tomorrow? You start as a naive child. You grow and you grow and you grow with this mindset flowing into tomorrow. And then you're your parent. You're that parent who was not there. And then you spread that into your child, who now believes that a parent does not have to be there. Because their child will not lack. How can you lack something that you never had? You see what I'm talking about? The equation repeats. The product is the same. A man who believes shall achieve. Even if that belief is generational cursing. Even if that belief is future crippling. even if that belief is self-sabotaging. A man who believes shall achieve.